Hi, I'm Zach with Gotham Physical Therapy, and I just wanted to talk to you a little bit about some things that you can do at work to decrease or stop or prevent some of those nagging aches and pains from coming on. It's probably one of the most common complaints that we get is neck and upper quarter pain or low back pain or hip pain or knee pain. All that stuff can be affected by what you do at work or worsened by what you do at work. Because you're there for, 2/3 or more of the waking hours of your day. So making changes at work is kind of the low-hanging fruit to start dealing with some of these aches and pains. And the best place to start is just kind of with your work setup and your posture while you're at work. So, we all know that sitting at the desk, we tend to kind of start slouching forward. We tend to have our head forward like that, our shoulders rolled forward, and we just kind of get lazy throughout the day. And the problem is that we kind of stay in this position, and that's where the problems happen, because basically all these muscles on the back side, on the front side, all over, they either get put into a lengthened position where they're kind of turned on all day to maintain your head up, or they kind of get shortened all day. And basically these aches and pains kind of come around, they're really just kind of your body screaming at you for movement is really just what it wants, is some movement variability. So it's really helpful then to get out of this particular posture and kind of change things up. So if you haven't already, you're going to want to make sure to start that your workstation is set up well. Either perhaps you've had somebody at work who does an ergonomic assessment to set things up for you. But I'll show you just a few things real quick that I think are most important. So I just have a pretty basic low rent chair right here, but it's got a backrest and it's got armrest and it's got an adjustable height, and that's what's important. So when I am sitting in my chair, again, most of us tend to maybe not use the backrest. We lean forward, our back is slouched, it's curved most of the time. So changing that posture up pretty frequently can just be helpful from the neck all the way down to the back. So what I would use is either you can buy a roll, they're pretty cheap, a McKinsey roll, or you can just roll up some towels like I have, 4 to 6 inches right here. And I'm going to take that, and first of all, I'm going to sit all the way back into my chair. I'm going to get my hips all the way back, and I'm going to take this roll and put it just right above my belt line right here. And then I'm going to lean back and I'm going to use my backrest. And once I've done that, I put my back into not a convex curve anymore, now it's concave, so we've changed things up a little bit. And that right away just kind of helps us get a little bit more of this upright posture. And the upright posture then helps those muscles relax, so they're not turned on trying to hold me up, so I don't just fall forward. Once I've kind of gotten more upright, they have to work less against gravity, so that's already a pretty good thing. So I've got that. I make sure I use my backrest, because if I don't, and I'm still leaning forward, but I've got this thing back there, it's not really getting my back in that position. So I use my backrest. I want to make sure that my armrests are of a particular height, that my arms can actually rest there without hanging down or being pushed up high. So even though these aren't adjustable, they kind of work for me. And then I want to make sure that my chair height is set up so that my knees are relatively lower than my hips. Where is this at? So right here, this might be a little bit low for me. My knees are above my hips right now. So if you're someone that has hip pain, kind of groin pain, this position right here, sitting like this for all day for several hours, can be very aggravating. So I'm going to raise that up a bit. And there we go. Pretty simple right there. Knees below hips. I got this right here in my lumbar support. I'm using my backrest, I'm using my armrest, and then I can work from there. I can also make sure every now and then I got my shoulder blades down and back, and a little bit of a chin tuck, so I get that head pretty much right on top of my cervical spine, my neck, and not forward. Once I start doing that, these muscles turn on, these upper traps, and they are a source of a lot of discomfort for a lot of people. So if I keep that head back a little bit, my shoulder blades down and back, and then I feel these muscles, they're jiggly, they're soft, they're not turned on. So that's exactly what I want. So this posture right here, this is kind of the one that I would get into fairly often while you're working.